Taylor Swift is a sorrowful intellectual on rankling Joe Alwyn separation collection, The Tormented Writers Office. Taylor Swift has animosity once more. Subsequent to becoming well known as one of the most productive lyricists ever with her personal narratives of adoration, misfortune, family, companions and tragedy, the pop hotshot flipped a switch in 2020 and started bringing fictitious people and stories into her work, making her to some degree a conundrum short-term. Yet, there's no mixing up that quick staggering 11th studio collection, The Tortured Poets Department, out Friday, is about her ex Joe Alwyn, the striving entertainer she paints as a spirit-sucking introvert who, for 6 long years, attempted to dull the very shimmer that made her the greatest star of her generation. Their 2023 separation draws out a fierce side of Quick we haven't heard since Dear John, her 2010 takedown of one more past sweetheart, John Mayer. You say I deserted the boat / yet I was going down with it, she growls on the threatening, so lengthy, London, a sign of approval for Alwyn's old neighborhood, where the famously confidential couple cohabitated in their magnificence days. At times, Swift, 34, broils Alwyn, 33, brutally. She says he neglected to have what it takes to any proportion of a man, on the rankling, the littlest man who at any point lived, while the incredibly named, my kid just breaks his most loved toys, sees him whimsically obliterating the sand palace of which she's queen. Maddie Healy, with whom Swift had a post-Alwyn throw, is one more objective of the Grammy victor's gnawing humor, with the 80s impacted title track making fun of the inked brilliant retriever for being more dedicated to his broken-down typewriter than his late spring lover. You smoked then ate 7 bars of chocolate, she sings, referring to Healy's 2013 hit, Chocolate, with his band, the 1975. We pronounce Charlie Puth ought to be a greater craftsman. Across the collection, however, Swift is to a greater extent a sorrowful intellectual transforming her aggravation into verse rather than a hated lady finishing up a consume book. She is sufficiently developed to recognize that she'd picked this twister with contention gatherer Healy, on The Tormented Writers Office, and kept on cherishing Alwyn in any event, when it was destroying her life, on the Post Malone highlighted opener and lead single, Fortnight. Quick thinks back affectionately on her idealistic vacation stage with Alwyn. You ought to have been seen him when he previously saw me, she enthuses at a certain point. However, when their relationship veers off in an unexpected direction, mayhem unfurls. UST talk me under the table / talkin' rings and talkin' support / I wish I could unrecall / how we nearly had everything. Her voice shakes on the trudging exile like piano ditty, LOML. Swift's emotional wellness arrives at an unequaled low on Down Awful, which views as her crying at the exercise center, and over and again shouting, FK it on the off chance that I can't have him. Be that as it may, I can do it with a messed up heart. Amended Quick understands she's a genuine extreme kid. They said, darling, you need to counterfeit it until you make it / and I did, she articulates. Lights, camera, bitch, grin / in any event, when you want to kick the bucket. That confidence eventually drives Quick to her ongoing beau, NFL star Travis Kelce, whose effect on the penultimate track, the speculative chemistry, is really quite clear with expressive references to scores, prizes and benchwarmers, with 16 melodies, 20 assuming you gather each of the 4 exceptional release variations with extra tracks. Checking out The Tortured Poets Department may appear to be an errand during a time where smart TikTok recordings stand out ranges. All things considered, Ariana Grande and Kelsey Ballerini's equivalent post separate from projects got started at only 35 and 15 minutes, individually. Yet, Quick's most recent creation, which sonically is a blend of 2020's Evermore and 2022's Midnights, is such a masterpiece that spending 60 minutes in addition to concentrating on it in the verse division may not be so terrible all things considered.